All right, here we go. This is Dr. Steven's son, and I'm Dr. Carl Salas. We're about to check out this place.
I have my lab coat there.
That's one of our lead doctors right here. He's from Spain,
Barcelona, yeah.
in Barcelona, and we're in one of their labs. This is the operational area outside.
So, here, being in the incubator, we can use the majority of equipment. We don't pay. Actually, it's like a rent. We have the latest equipment. So and actually we don't need to have they're in charge of everything. You know, so it's actually really cheap to be here as a more next generation cell where we can freeze down and actually generate thousands of doses. That is like a new product. The virus is exactly the same.
The same from phase one.
But it's the same virus, but the protection system is slightly different. So we have to start in phase 1B.
So in 1A, you did have a protection mechanism for the virus.
But the cells were not exactly the same. It was a fresh cell in autologous setting, patient to patient.
Patient to patient. Gotcha.
And it was really working really well, but it's not a product that you can sell. It's a personalized medicine.
Gotcha.
So now we have we did a step forward by trying to create a product where we can cryopreserve, create a drug that can be manufactured.
Which one is cryopreserved?
The new one.
The new one.
The new one. And that, because it's a little different than the original one, we have to start. It's not to start over, but we have to do again a 1B. That is the escalation.
1B. Okay.
So we are gonna start with 1 million, 10 millions, and 100 millions. And that's again is the 1B. Obviously, it's gonna be designed so that we can actually analyze some efficacy there.
The efficacy,
And that's in theory when you analyze efficacy, it's called 2A.
2A.
But it's gonna be 1B, 2A. This is why you were saying phase 2. Yes and no. So we start with the 1B, dose escalation, but we are gonna have also some efficacy readouts.
But
And
the
that's it too.
intent is completely finish phase 2, A and B, prior to exiting. If I mean, that is the goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you can talk with Alan for more
Right.
on the strategies on the exiting.
Yes.
But because he has also the plan B is to exit early, to exit in the middle. So
Yes,
he
I know.
has on the business
Strategy.
part has figured out all that.
Yes, that's his baby.
That's correct. And as a scientist, it's better that you discuss the exiting
Yes, yes.
strategies with
Got
him.
you.
Yeah.
How are you?
This is what is called real-time PCR. This is the type of equipment that we use to analyze the presence of the virus in blood, to do the pharmacokinetics studies. So we can detect by this equipment the copies of the virus. We can say there is 10 copies or there are 20 copies. So that we know when the virus is present and when the virus disappears. Here what we do is we prepare the drug here at the research scale, where we combine the drug with the virus with the stem cells. This is generated here, so we quantify how much viruses we have, how much cells we have. So then, after preparation, we go to the vivarium where the animals are. They are not here, and then we can inject in the animals, and actually we can analyze the therapeutic effect. So here we grow stem cells, we grow viruses, we grow tumor cells. And actually, if you want, we can maybe visualize some of the tumor cells.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is let me find the cells.
What is the medium?
The media is DMEM. So this is actually our tumor cells. For example, these are breast cancer cells.
Breast cancer cells.
Let me put it here because this is the manual. This is the automatic, so we actually can see all.
Curious, what's the magnification of this?
We can go 2, 4, 10, 20. Here they are. These are breast cancer cells. Let's do my magnification of 10. Here we are. Yeah, you see the cells. They are really growing right now. So this is 2 cells. We can see We can do. You see the nuclei here,
Yeah.
the cells how it's growing. So this is the really aggressive cells. So why we grow the cells here? We grow the cells then to put them in the animals so we can do experiments. So we create tumors in the animals and then we can inject the
Right.
treatments.
To see.
We
if it
can
works.
inject intratumoral. Now we are actually developing the intravenous. There's going to be like the holy grail to be more efficient.
Right.
But also here we can grow cells. And let me see if we can actually visualize also the viruses here.
The virus. Okay. Now is the virus naked or is it got the? It's already protected.
It's always protected.
Always protected.
Always protected. I'm gonna actually go put back here.
So what we're loading here is to show the actual virus now.
We have some viruses. They actually they're labeled red.
Okay.
So we are gonna put the fluorescent camera, and actually we are gonna
Yeah. It is fluorescent.
try to visualize. Let's see if we find it. Because she put the virus yesterday night for an experiment. So in 12 hours is a little early to find a virus. However, what she put is actually a virus with the stem cells. So everything should go much faster and strong. But it's 12 hours, so I have to see if we find it. But let's say, let me spend some time.
Maybe we'll be lucky.
I hope so. First, we have to find the cells. All these, again, all these are like cells. There is like a hole here, and this hole is the effect of the virus. Let me change to the fluorescence marker to see if there is if we can detect it already. If not,
What is the normal gestation or how much?
it's 24 hours. 36.
24 hours.
Here it is.
Okay.
You see these red spots?
Yes.
That's the virus working.
And can you actually see the stem cell around it? Or?
No, because the stem cells is already dead.
The stem cell is gone.
Yeah, so when you treat when you do the treatment, the stem cell is delivering the virus.
Correct. And
But-
it gets
but-
eaten or
But the virus basically kills the stem cells and it goes to the tumor cells.
got you. It goes out.
So friends, this is why we call it's a transient protection, it's a transient amplification. So that happens inside the stem cell, the potentiation.
So
But
now where is it not the medium not this is an actual cancer breast cell.
this is like this is actually it's called CD1. They are not cancer cells. They are monkey cells that we use them to visualize viruses. But basically, what is impressive here is how quick. I wish I can have the virus alone,
Right.
but you can see that you don't see anything.
How do you so that's injected into the tissue?
This is just we put it there
You
a
just
little
put
bit,
it there.
and then the stem cells go, and then they release the virus. And here, what is actually really nice, and again, it's really. Let me close it completely, so there is
Yeah,
no
darken
light.
it. Yeah, so you won't get the reflection.
But it's too early. So this is why the camera is really sensitive right now. It's too early. It's only 12 hours, and we are even to 12 hours we are able to visualize the
Already.
virus. Why? Because the stem cell has potentiated so much the virus that has spread so quickly. We have it here.
So the actual virus is the white one?
The red.
Oh, the red. Okay.
All the red.
Oh, the red. Okay.
It is-
it looks white. Okay.
Yeah. This. You see this red?
Yes. Yes.
This is the cells infected with the virus. All this. Let's go to different well. All these cells infected
Right.
with the virus. And if we go now to visualize the cells, focus here, you will see like a hole. No, now there is no light. You see the hole? Yeah, it's because the stem cell dropped there and the virus has released and is making holes because it's destroying the cells.
It's destroying the cells. Got you.
It's killing everything
I got
around.
you. Yeah.
This is what happens on the animals, what happens in the humans.
To the real cancer.
Yeah,
Right.
so the stem cell will be there and the virus will be released and
So these are the 10 patients who are still alive today. For how long since they were diagnosed?
Since we tracked them last year, since May of last year, January, February, March, April, May.
So they've surpassed the 4 or 6 months.
3 to 6. Yeah.
By
So-
how long? By Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. No, actually, 6 months to live, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
I keep telling people, these are early adopters of oncolytic virus. But we're the only ones that have oncolytic virus plus allogeneic, right? These people are just pure oncolytic virus. So they don't use a stem cell.
They don't use stem cells.
Yeah. So my goal is to be acquired somewhere over here.
Oh, this is phase 2.
Yeah. Phase 2. After phase 2.
I mean,
Phase 2, we could be an approved drug, so we're even more valuable. And this is kind of the landscape of. These are immunotherapy. They use checkpoint inhibitors like Keytruda, oncolytic virus like herpes, adeno, and I can send you the slide deck if you want.
yeah.
And then now, we think that when we combine ours with Merck's checkpoint, Keytruda, or Eli Lilly's drug, and we boost the efficacy by double, then they're going to have a feeding frenzy on us. So they won't want to buy us. They're all going to compete for us, like Merck and Eli Lilly. But this is the big pharma drug right here, the combination, checkpoint inhibitors, Merck.
Right.
Lilly. Here, we think we could be a solution by ourselves in earlier stage cancer without another drug. We think if we get in earlier, like stage 2 or stage 1, we can eliminate the cancer completely. But right now, because of the safety trial, we get all comers who are stage 4, terminal, with all riddled with chemo and radiation, so it's hard for us to be as effective, getting them that late, right? Because the thing about chemo is it kills your healthy cells too.
Right.
And the theory of our solution is we activate your immune system to kill the cancer. So if your immune system's been eaten up by the chemo,
Right.
then there's less to work with. So that's why we think that when we put monotherapy there, we think once we're an approved drug, we could actually go into earlier stage trials now.
Right. Correct.
Right now, we're just relegated to late stage. But pretty soon we'll be able to, if we're approved drug, we'll be a treatment for earlier stage
Earlier
cancers,
stages. Yeah.